Okay, here's a quick lesson on how to charge the MP3 player. So here it is, and if you turn the MP3 player to the side, you will see there is a little port in there where the USB cable goes. So this is the USB cable, and I'm going to go ahead and plug that into the port, like so. Alright, so that's plugged in, and now it's ready to be charged, and to do that I have to plug the USB portion into the computer. So let me go ahead and do that. And we're down here by the computer, and I'm just going to take this part of it and plug it into the computer. It's plugged in, and you can see that the MP3 player now turns on automatically and is charging. And there's a little battery symbol in the upper right hand corner that you can see kind of flashing back and forth. It's in yellow, and when that's fully filled in yellow, then you know the MP3 player is charged. So this is how it's done. When you're ready to disconnect, you can just pull this cable out, and then, let's see here, I'm going to disconnect the USB cable completely from the MP3 player. Okay. And then there we are, we're charged, and we can turn off by just hitting that button on top and holding it down for a couple seconds. Like so. Like so. A couple seconds. Goodbye. And then it turns off the MP3 player. Okay, very quickly, here's how I would turn the MP3 player on and play some music. I'm going to go ahead and push this button on the top right over here. I'm going to turn it over a little bit. You can see that. So there's a button right there on top. Briefly hold it in. Boom, 1, 2. Okay. And the player comes on. Now, I always like to be at the music menu when I start, so I'm going to click this button right here. Just hold it briefly. Boom. And there's the music menu. So it's got the little headphones on. Now I can drill into my music by continuing to hit the right hand side of this button right here and going up and down to select either the specific songs or albums. And I'll show you how that works. So I'm going to hit the, again, I'm at the music menu here. I'm going to hit the right side, and I can play all right now, or I can select something by artists. So let's just select something by Frank Sinatra. So I'm at artists right here. And I did that by going up and down to select artist, but now I'm going to go to the right because I want to select Frank Sinatra. Again, I can play all, but I'm going to scroll up and down to get to Frank Sinatra. And there he is, there's Frank. So again, I'm in Frank Sinatra, so I'm going to click the right side of this again. And I'm just going to either play all or the 2 CDs right there that I have for Frank Sinatra. I'm just going to play this first one. So I'm going to click the right side of the button again, and it's showing me the songs that I can scroll on, or I'm just going to click right again, and it actually starts playing the music. So we know the music's playing right now because we see Frank Sinatra. It looks like it says All or Nothing, so that's the name of the song. And it's actually got a timer here that's clicking just at the edge here. So you can see that clicking away the seconds, so I know music is playing. And it just turned off. I can always just turn it back on by clicking this middle button here, which I'm going to do. Okay, so it's going again. So it saves energy by just shutting itself off. The player itself isn't off. That has to happen by hitting the top button here, but it'll save energy by just turning off the screen display. And you can, again, reactivate it by just hitting the button in the middle here. So I'm playing this Frank Sinatra song. I'm going to hit that button again. If for some reason I want to play something else, I'm going to hit my home button here again. I'm back to the top menu, and again I can start scrolling right to find what I want to play, either by artist, and I'm going to do that. And so here's some Doily Cart stuff on here, some Gilbert and Sullivan. I got some more plays on there. There's Tom Lehrer. And again, once I scroll and find out the album or artist I want, then I start hitting the button to the right to actually start playing the song, which I'm going to do. I'm just going to play all, and now I'm playing some Frank Sinatra Buddy Hackett thing. Okay. So that will continue to play, and again, I think just fooling with the different menus and albums and artists, you can figure out how to get to the songs you want. Or again, you can just select play all. If I ever go to the top here and just click once, you see this play all button here. And if you just want to set that on and go to the right on play all, it just randomly plays all the music on this MP3 player, and there's no more digging down to navigate to album or artist or anything else. So that might be an easy thing to do as well. Okay, so now that I'm done listening, I'm going to turn it off. So again, I'm going to go here at the top and hit that button. Just hold for a couple seconds. 1, 2, 3. It says goodbye. and it's off. Voila. All right, one more quick lesson about putting in the earbuds and the volume control. So on the side of the MP3 player is the little port where you put your little plug piece where you put your earbuds. So I plug that in. And on the other side, just below where the USB port is, which is right there, there's a little piece of plastic here. It's kind of long, and when you press on the top of that little piece, it makes the volume louder, and when you press on the bottom, it makes the volume softer. And so we're going to just see how this works real quick. So I'm going to push on the top of this, and you'll see like a little scroller come into play. And there it is, and I'm holding it in, and you can see the scroller making the MP3 player louder. And if I push in the bottom of this, again, hopefully this is coming out where you can see it's kind of making it softer as the shaded part of the bar moves to the left. That's making it softer. So the more it's filled in, the louder it's getting. And I'm going to make it louder one more time. So it's filling in more as it's scrolling to the right. Now it's a top volume, pretty much. And when I hit the bottom part of that, it starts to scroll back. So that's how you control the volume on this little bar on the left-hand side of the MP3 player. All right, I did want to say a little more about what music is on your MP3 player. So I don't know how well this is coming in. Maybe I can turn this a little bit. Okay. But here's how it looks on the computer. So in your music catalog, which you'll have, there's D'Oyly Carte Chorus and Orchestra, and that's actually the Mikado recordings disc 1 and disc 2. There's a Frank Sinatra, Essential Frank Sinatra disc 1 and disc 2. There's another Gilbert and Sullivan folder here, which is the HMS Pinafore. There's the Iolanthe opera as well. I then have the original soundtrack of Singing in the Rain. There's another Sir Arthur Sullivan, which is actually the Pirates of Penzance. Then we have the original soundtrack of The Music Man and the Tom Lehrer as well. So this is what's on there. Everybody contributed their thoughts about what you would like, and this is what I was able to get. So in one way or another, all of this is on your MP3 player. As you drill down through the music on the MP3 player, it might not look this organized. Some of this came across as kind of unknown. That's the name of the folder, and then within the folder is actually the music from The Music Man or whatever it is. So it's all there. I don't know why it kind of came across on the MP3 player a little bit differently than there, but all of this is there for the listening. You just have to navigate a little bit to find it. So just want to let you know what was the music on the MP3 player.